This is the tribe's last stand. Conquer this fort and that'll be the last of the resistance. The tribe will be under your command. He says you'd better be. The plan is to fling you over the wall with a sling lobber. However, he wants you to secure a hard hat first, should anything go wrong. It's better you go and find one for yourself. It can't be too much trouble, though. It's one size fits all. Dusk always seems like a good time to hustle. That's the Myriad Fort. So much damage. Great shot. Burnt all. Don't trip over what you can't see. You need to hit them where it hurts. Inflict as much suffering as possible. You're the hammer on their nail. That's a fire starter. The dry grass looks like it would ignite easily. You just need to create a spark to light a fire. It burns brighter than the light. Nothing like a story with an unexpected ending. Punched up. That hurt him. That's a pyro sizzler right there. Nice crackle. Just get to work on it. Make it frizzle. The sun's a long ways away. The wire claw looks like it's strong enough to pull down a gate, but you just need to aim straight, shoot and pull, and the gate will come. The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. Anybody home?
Sibi? Get a work.
He was hoping it wouldn't end this way. There's no reason to fight instead of uniting. It would be fighting over nothing. He's seen you fight over and over again, and so far, nothing has changed for the better. The rival Sifu is defeated, and the destiny of their tribe is in your hands. You are free to choose their fate, but not free from the consequences of your choice. He'll leave it up to you to decide the fate of the rival Sifu, but you either stay true to the cause or not loyal at all. It's black and white. He likes the way you think. Obedience is obtained by the fear of punishment. And with that, you're spinning your own fate, good or bad, never to be undone. Step by step, until all have given up their rights for the good of others. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. Your Sifu is pleased. Your help sealed victory and the destiny of the rival tribe. But he's still eager to seal the fate of the world. It's just a matter of time before the tree will fall. It's easier to wage war than to make peace, but it's harder to win a war. But if you're committed, you'll do whatever it takes. You've grown so much stronger than when you first met. And now, the tribe relies on your strength to take on the remaining rivals. He meant that everything that has happened to you has only made you stronger. It's the Myriad Boomerang. Heroes are only heroes for others, but they do the work, or they're heroes to no one. Says that with the world ending, it's hard to know how much time you have left. They used to use gadgets to tell time, but they mostly needed power. There's an amazing sundial around here, if you want to know what time it really is. Seems to not be sure, but figures it has to be outside, or at least someplace the sun can hit it. Thinks the sundial can't be too far, just got to look. It's probably out in the open, where the sun can get to it, or at least it was when it was built. You shouldn't try it at night. No sun to dial then. Says you fix that and they can set a thank time. Shopkeeper claims you won't. Thinks you should practice. Sometimes you've just got to start over. Might not need that now, but you will later.
Avotoki, amano mashu, kura watawa, dara waso wasu shosa.
Night falls like a giant around here.
Non sabarati, valabeci papa della lavala saruba.
Says the place hasn't been doing. You always find good use for things like that. That sort of stuff always comes in handy. Peddler. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Let's see. You can't really understand your story till it's done. You found the track! Amazing it wasn't destroyed. So much of this place was just discarded. Lucky the track somehow made it. No, it was never nice. It was new once, but that's not nearly the same thing. Just being new never lasts. The tracks moved on from Bricktown, and you should too. Well, looks like the Fry Sparker's knobs need to be in sync if you want to get the hardware working. It's a Fry Sparker mindset. Boom, you got something. It's not exactly what you wanted, but you got it right away. So much easier to see all the colors during the day. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mekton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. The rails used to be filled with chugs packed tight with two-leggeds, like guppos in a tin. You're on the right track. Keep your eyes open. Life is a difficult game, no matter how you play it. Eventually, you're gonna figure something out. Throwdown. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bomper Bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Youch! as long as you're happy about it. Let's see. This box once tailed a chugga-chugga. Now it's just off track. Look at that, right in the chug yard. Follow the rails and you'll find all sorts of little treasures scattered all over the place. Of course not, but they get you closer to wherever you might want to go. Good work finding that track. They can teach you so much about the world. Keep looking for more. As long as karma exists, the world changes, and we change with it. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. He hopes you remember that one time he taught you to upcycle, and hopes you've had some use for it over the years. Gizmo says he also has re-memories from the long gone, but unlike you, he doesn't think of the past, for it's gone. He understands history made Lupa Lupin a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo understands you still have strong feelings, but urges you to keep them under control. You've witnessed firsthand what it'll lead to.
Now you're getting into the dark groove.
That's not a groove, it's a rut.
And what's wrong with ruts? I love ruts.
Groove, rut, whatever, you can still escape it.
Escape it? No way. Enjoy it.
Would like to know if you ever doubt the choices you made on the path that brought you to this point. Would you have been happier going in a different direction? Figures you're either a rare person or a good liar. Maybe both. Sad to see the Tree of Life is going to die and take everything with it, but it's not like he didn't expect it. Understands why you're bent on finishing the world off. Supposes it's a mercy to make it faster. Wonders if you liked working with the Jagni. They always hunker down in their homes, gathering their things around them. Says home is a base, but it doesn't have to be everything. The world is wider than you know. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone, so you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. There are more crates from before the apocalypse left out in the wild. Easy to find if you keep an eye out. You should be able to gather enough scrap to upgrade the Mekton from them. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Nothing is dry anymore. They're short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. That's the leftover you're looking for. Just what you were looking for. The air's too thin here. Focus on the tightrope. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply. He made a suction device so the Mekton can use the black tar as an instant refuel. You can also use it to clear oily goo puddles, so you can pass and access hard-to-get-to areas. He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction for the jumbo puff. The best way to find scripts is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than Moog's camp on the steep depot. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find scripts. He noticed the jumbo puff has a short attention span, so the script should distract it long enough for you to inflict some damage. Do you smell something burning? The grease monkey's mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. That over there is Steepo Deepo, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. It's flat out black out there. Let's see. This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be. Says he's a monster haunter, the best you'll ever see. Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes. Out there with the monsters, it's kill or be killed. Which will it be for you? You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care. It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, they'll do it themselves, and you know they'll miss. Claims he mostly kills whoever he doesn't like. Worries that when the world dies, there won't be any monsters left. What will he shoot then? Gets why you're thinning the herd so hard, but he wishes you'd leave some monsters for everybody else. Approves of you working with the Jagni. They have the hunting spirits of a flock of hawks. Enjoys it when he gets the chance, though they're not much good against monsters. But enough of that, right? He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the world changed. He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical composition of their body output. Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the whereabouts of monsters, both tall and short. Thinks that it all hangs on the tree of life. When it started to fail, everything changed. Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter. Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something small before you go big. There's no better place to start than a squip cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself should keep you on your toes. Says it's not far at all. Fortunately for you, the squips seem to have acclimatized themselves to the otherwise uninhabitable dead zone. Everything seems to take longer at night. Wait, it's the squip hole-up. Place is just filled with critters. Who needs a weapon? Crack-a-doo. You're low on health. What a glorious ride. Can't rely on technology all the time. Nothing's simple. It's locked. Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death. Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there. Every day is a new chance to fulfill your destiny. Hold on to it. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. How long has this night gone on? Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? He says that's enough scripts to sustain the Mekton's claw crane cannon with infinite ammunition. Well done. It's not his cleanest invention so far, but it gets the job done. Use it to suck up gooey oil puddles in the Mekton's way so you can pass. Gizmo's made vehicles before to confront the Jumbo Puff himself, but failed. But this time, it's different. The Mekton will be strong enough to do the job. It's time to put a stop to the World Eater now, otherwise he fears the damage it's caused to the tree already will be too much to handle. He asks you to not even think about taking on the Jumbo Puff on foot. You'll need the Mekton to do the job, take his word for it. There's time to improve the Mekton before you confront the Puff. There are more wreck boxes out in the dead zone with gear you should be able to equip the Mekton with on your own. He's sure you remember enough of what he taught you about upcycling to fit some skronky gear to the Mekton on your own. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Didn't have much else to say, so no problem. You have hours stretching before you. Moog asks if you know the first rule of monster hunting. It's to go where the monsters are. To hunt, you must know the grounds of your prey. Few monsters warrant the fear we have for them, and you don't look like someone that's easily scared. You could help him out. Start with one monster and take it from there. Spot its tracks and report back. Also, bring back any poo you find. His friend Boom has a nose, and a use for that. Says you're right. You gotta catch 'em all.
That's so bright!
Right. We need something else here. Maybe a little less light?
You'd really root for rain to ruin a day like today?
As long as it ruins your day.
Ha! You can do that just fine without any clouds.
The Yerp Fields, where the echo of your actions resounds clearer than any other place you'll find, except for where that's not true. Much harder to see outside now. Peddler is eager for... Always a deal to be made. Bagged that. Stash for your trash. Green in the bank. That went well. Slammer. Got it. You're drenched to your skin. Grab, pull, come on. Gah, that's just awful. Watch your step around here. No one likes to fall. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are places up ahead. Honky appreciates that you got him the pointless thing he asked for. He thinks you're a true bargain hunter. Honky would really appreciate it if you could get him another unprofitable item while you're at it. It would mean a lot to him, even if it's useless to you. The more emotional he gets, the better the deal you'll be able to strike. So there's something in this for you, too. The useless thing shouldn't be too much of an inconvenience to find, seeing you're out and about. Calls you a prime and a helper of the finest kind. Being a prime is so much better than being primal.
Love to see you shine on.
You got it. Take a break from all that's bright.
Who doesn't love a little sparkle in their lives?
Anyone with the slightest self-respect.
And that's overrated.
Honky says everything must go except you. Says you'll meet again. Stay on top and you'll be fine. This is called suburbia, a place to get away from the city stink. That will come in handy. That, you need to swivel the globus's bearings to get the atlas mapper to work. Just a few moves left. Make them count. You need to swivel the globus's bearings. Wow, wow, wow. Right between the eyes. More than a flesh wound. Good for whatever ails you. Hunker down or keep marching on. Key intensified. Punch the ticket. Looks good. Stand against that. You're half dead. Rubber scrap. Great for when you need a bit of flex. You can smell the must down here. Gotta try the key to see. Shatterer. Get up. Even forests don't last forever.
Ja, Witze im Jahr. Ein Kaschumal und Lump.
Moog says he's found keys in fluff dung before, and always wondered what they'd unlock. Discover the rest and you'll find more keys. There's plenty of poo to go around.
Interbadam Faurujulu und Lump so.
Moog says you did good on that last monster. He hopes you have time to help him seek out the next one.
Fiona?
It's not too far away. It shouldn't take you as long as the previous one.
Fiona?
But that's no reason to waste time. If you keep at the haunt, you'll round them all up in no time.
Getting brighter every time.
Yes, that glare is so annoying.
You're annoying.
That's the best you've got. Oh, just snuff yourself on your way out.
Now that's dark.
Moog appreciates your company. Says you nothing but dead air here. Gross. This place stinks. Now, this is the way to travel. You could just go to a place like this to get a proper meal back in the old world. Hot metal. Misery. Don't let the dark time take you. Climbed right in. That's the Mekton with the most. There's a place and time for everything, but for that city scenario, it's already come and gone. Upcycling at its best. Nothing beats your own 2 feet. Right out. Bang Shelter 7B is still there, open and ready to shelter. Itchy trigger finger. Punch time. Goodbye. Move like a dancer. Nothing's more important right now than this. Let's see. Let's see. Time to ride. You've located the village of Hubbledon. Asks you to check out the web. Sees you're eager to make a deal, but cautions you.
Manachulu kubu.
Says back in the old times, sludge just piped into your house.
Uliakta numsaka.
Now you must wait for a truck to bring your sludge to you, and theirs is late.
Yafatula mayu yalmamo.
They're desperate for their sludge. Could you figure out what happened to the sludge truck?
Ulit
Guess his bandits broke down or just busted out of sludge. No way to know till you find it. Says the sludge truck usually comes from that direction. Just go find the truck and figure out what happened to it. Otherwise, they're going to run out of sludge fast. Seems choked up about it, but it... Let's see. Perhaps now you can see your targets better. Let's see. Your foe stands before you. Shot. You're lit up. Bullseye. Don't hug your mount. It's not your friend. Shop, shop. That's one just over there. Go for it. Face fisted. It's becoming terminal. Right where it cuts. Super effective. Bang, bang. Got it. You're in pain. Scrapalicious. Stories only survive if someone is listening, so pay attention. fast. Just hold on tight. The world is full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. Why walk on your own legs? Unpopular. Nothing can slow you down. That hurt. Jumbo Puff is kicking it up a notch. It's time for an electric performance. Bad feeling about this. It goes all the way down to the stomach. Start like a snack, and you'll end up with a ride down the intestinal canal. That's too close to the end station. Better move. Look at you, all pooped out. From this point on, there's no way forward but going back in. That's a Jumbo Puff with an appetite. Ain't no fuzz. Better put an end to it before it ends our world. Rise to live another day. Better pumped out than flushed down. Don't let it happen again. That's too close to the end station. Better move up and away, or be swept out the bowel way. Wow, what a super-sized wormwhip. That must be as big as they come. You see, it's what's on the inside that counts. That meaty talk of Taurus is pumping at half a beat. You know what to do. Guessed it would go down with a throw-up. Can it really get any better than that? He thanks you for dealing with another World Eater. You're halfway there. He's got word Out of Date spotted Lupin and has a feeling your time has come. He hopes you're up for it. Even though you're good-hearted, you shouldn't miss this opportunity to confront the Predator. Just head back to the foot of the tree. Fingers crossed Lupin will stay put until you're there. He's helped Out of Date to get the Ark hardware restored. There's just some wiring left to do before the vessel's ready for takeoff. He just needs to reroute the excessive high spark to run through the proper plug in the system so it won't break the path if it blows. Can't imagine what you would have done if Out of Date hadn't discovered the Ark. He trusts you won't leave without him now that the tree is dying. He knows your good-hearted nature means you won't leave him behind, but you need to work on yourself if he's going to be isolated with you in the Ark. There are things you don't see eye to eye on. It's not that he doesn't care about others, but the fact that the Ark only has 4 extra seats means you have to be picky when choosing company.
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next. There's a seat open on the Ark should you want to offer it as a gesture of appreciation.
Why? You don't need anyone else but yourself and me, of course, but I'm a part of you, so that doesn't count.
If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go further, go together. The only one we'd want to get away quickly from here is darkness.
But you know you can't go on without me. Even if I'm bad company, I complete you.
I think we can finally agree on something. It is better to be alone than in bad company. But best of all is being good company yourself.
He's been thinking this whole thing with the Ark through and has decided he won't be joining you. First off, he isn't 100% sure he's got the wiring right, and really, he doesn't think he can stand being in that enclosed space with you for long. Gizmo will always make time for you. Wishes you goodbye.